Good day, everyone. So I wanted to talk about work-life balance today because I just attended a training from Dodong Kakanando last weekend, and I just watched the replay again, and there are some things that he talked about during that seminar, and you know gave me an aha moment, right? And that's all about the work-life balance. So most of the companies right now are talking about work-life balance, including it in their core values or their culture as a company. And I think their concept is having that balance between work and your life outside work, right? So mixing them together or being able to have that balance while working for their company. And for me, when I attended that seminar, um, it gave me that aha moment. Like, no, it's a little bit different, right? So for me, when we talk about work-life balance now, right now that I'm gone through all the phases in my corporate life, it's more talking about having to work in your peak and be able to enjoy life as well after your peak, right? So I would just go through here. So if you take a look at this one, right? So for me, this is work-life balance now, right? It's more of like in your early 20s, this is where you're building your foundation, um, in a corporate environment, understanding how it works, how to network, how to reach out. And once you have that foundation, you start doing the trial phase. Like you can move on you can move on from one role to the other and try to check which one really works for you. And after identifying that, you specialize on it and focus on that. That's where your peak is, right? That's where you get promoted as fast as you can, right? So that you'll have more capital and start to have that business as well, or maybe investment, so that by your 40s you already have that capital, or you might have that business already because of the grind that you did in the late 30s to mid 30s. So maybe in your early 40s, depending on how fast you are, or on your late 40s, you're starting to reap that the fruits of your labor. If that's the saying that goes. Um, from what you've been doing for maybe 10 to 20 years, right? And the 40s, 50s, that's where you start living that life, right? Not working until your the retirement, especially here in the Philippines, that's 60 or 65 depending on the company, right? But you start having life at 40. So that's work life balance, right? Because it's hard, especially here in the Philippines, where your retirement maybe from SSS is not really enough. So you really need to work hard early so that you'll have a life of, not just working until 60 or 65, but enjoy life as well at the age of probably 40s, late 40s or early 50s, right? So I think for me, that is work life balance. And if everybody maybe understand that, they would be having more time with family if they're 40s, right? I know you'll sacrifice a lot, but sometimes that's life is, right? Especially for those who are not privileged enough to have that money when they were, with the family, right? So sometimes you're the breadwinner, you really need to work hard for it. And this is, I think, a good definition of a work-life balance. And again, that's just my opinion of this one. You might have another, but again, for me, this makes sense now, right? Because again, but it's not 100% like you focus on work. Sometimes you need to take a look as well as your family. But in a macro point of view, I think this is what work-life balance is. So if you have different thoughts, just maybe comment and share your ideas. And thank you for listening. And again, my name is Marfix. And subscribe or maybe like or follow whatever social media you're you're watching this. Thank you. Have a great day. A great day.